Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Let's see. Why is this looking messed up here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, man, welcome in, y'all. Big day today. Big FOMC day. What's good? Join. Let's see here. What's good, Jim? Aloha. Are you from Hawaii, bro? I heard that tsunami was not as bad as it was portrayed. What's good, Riz? How you doing? All right, we're looking at NQ. And Monday's resistance, we just had a pop above. We held Monday's lows the entire overnight session, which I felt like could have been taken. Anyways, we open up, still hold Monday's lows just by 20, 30 points, get a pop, take out Monday's lower high here. This resistance at 520. Now we're selling back into this just huge range. Very choppy day today, but we'll try to get some scalps in. Yo, what's good, Daniel? Let's see. Buy or sell? A little bit of both. I really don't like selling in Q. I mean, it can look horrible, and I still am so hesitant to sell in Q because it is just punishing. Yo, what's good, Ian? Let's see it. All right, so yeah, we got FOMC data coming out later towards the close. I don't think we have anything in between. We had GDP come out pre-market, pretty much unchanged market, very choppy, but we'll try to get some scalps in. So let's pull up the hourly in a lower time frame to look at this. All right, fresh hourly's just opening here. Buyers trying to reclaim this wick. 541's the high, session high. Take a look at gold. We got a couple accounts that I need to trade today, but today's one of those days where I might not get a lot of trading activity in, so I've got to trade some Tradeify accounts. Got to trade a lot. One second, y'all. Hi, bro. What's good, Zide? How you doing, man? Logging into TradingView, getting some prop firms loaded up. Just a very choppy day. I'm thinking if we're trading this today, in and out for scalps, and we're not hanging on to anything for longer than a couple minutes. Genuinely. Quick scalps in and out. We're not looking to hang around in this market. So we'll get some scalps on, though. We try to get a little active here. Yeah, VWAP resting right in the middle of this range, right there, 500s pretty much. So we'll see what this looks like if we retrace down to 500, see if buyers want to step into it. Trade a 50% flash sale for the day. Anyone looking to trade with them? Do they? Let's see. I need a couple more accounts. I've got 3 that are pretty much payout ready, but where do you see the flash sell? What happened is they decreased the price of their 100K, 50K, and 25K accounts. On top of that, there's a 35% discount. Issue is, I mean, that's a good deal. I don't trade the 100K accounts. I suppose I could. I could go pick up a 100K account. They're only $350 for a straight to funded 100K account. All right, let's see. We're testing 500s now. Seller's taking a pretty dominant stand there above 540s. Like any sell off above, above this range, you kind of want to assume that this can sell back into the lows. So we're looking for low 400s here. Ultimately, there's a lot of chop in between, possibly, but we'll see. We're so overextended from all-time highs the past couple of weeks. Been looking for shorts. Yeah, well, I mean, that's one of those things where it's a little tricky. I'm not going to say you're wrong. But, yeah. Not going to say you're wrong. I do think, though, when markets are pushing all-time highs, it's typically just easier to continue following the trend until, you know what I mean? It's very hard to pick the tops. It's very hard to pick the tops. And it makes it extra hard whenever, sometimes the structure does look bearish, It does make it hard. Like, this is a head and shoulders that would typically sell through 400s here. But once again, it's just all-time highs markets. It's just all the dips do get bought, so. But yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard to try to pick the tops. It's like swimming against the current. Ben said, NQ forming head and shoulders on hourly. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's the thing, though. Like, this market can form bearish structure, but still ultimately move higher. That's the issue. Like, we have a head and shoulders here, too, that just didn't sell off. Head and shoulders are bearish structure, but this, just because it's an uptrend, the probability of a head and shoulders playing out, I assume, is just a little bit lower, right? I mean, I guess it played out on a shorter time frame right here. Just a high shoulder, then you get your sell. But you need to get, whenever you get green on a sell, you need to get out, because this market ultimately is just going to find its way higher. So I guess that head and shoulders kind of worked out. This was a bigger head and shoulders, but you just don't really get super extended dips in this market. It's just something you got to accept. Just don't fight the trend. Nice rejection on 540s. %chance they don't cut rates, so it's bearish. I wouldn't say them not cutting rates is bearish. I think it's still expected. I don't know if it's bearish per se. I mean, the market has gone up month over month whenever we, the same theme, but we haven't changed rates month over month, and this market still goes up. So I don't know if it's bearish. What's good, Sid? Welcome in, brother. Where does see if sellers can sink under 490s here? Once again, VWAP's resting at 495. He was a shit show for me today. I'm locked out of my account. Sorry about that, brother. Yep, it's not been clean, that's for sure. I haven't taken a trade since 2 p.m. yesterday. I haven't taken a trade, so it's almost been 24 hours since I've taken a trade. Kind of makes me sound like a bit of an addict, but no, I've been being very patient. I've been being very, very patient. No music today, guys. If y'all can send me a track, send me a Discord link or something to a track that I can play where I won't get copyrighted, and we can listen to some music. But unfortunately, I guess it's just gonna be raw trading. Sellers have this off 540s, and it's just selling through 500s now, bleeding. Can't find a buyer. I would love to see Monday's lows get taken. Or I guess they did get taken by a couple points. I would love to see Tuesday's lows get taken now. So here, I mean, we have Monday's lows, Tuesday's lows, and these aren't Friday's lows, but this is a low on Friday. So there's levels here. I want to see it. Man, I really would like to see a very, very nice premium pullback. I want to see it under 400, to tell you the truth. But I know that that's... Not that we don't have the volatility to do it today, but I would like to see this market under 400. There's a ton of stacked lows here. There really is. If this market wanted to, you know, rotate through 400s, reset, kind of retrace down a little bit lower... Friday's higher lows at 400, Monday's 440, Tuesday's 420. So, I mean, there's levels here. There's probably a good amount of sell orders there as well. Probably a good amount of sell stops there. The Weeknd's concert. Yeah, the Weeknd's pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Not a bad artist. Look at this, right off VWAP, 94 is getting a little bit of a bid. Retest of VWAP never looks good. This market can rotate all the way back down to lows of the range. I think that's what I want to wait for here. I'm looking to take this market long and play with the trend, but I've got to get a premium entry. And so for me, yeah, rejection out above the highs, you know, exhaustion above 500s. Sellers have it. Look at this, 80s. Yeah, I think we wait for low of days here to get taken, guys. And low of days only 51 right now. Monday's low of day 23. I think we just wait a little bit here. Love to see this through the lows of the range. That would be a nice trade. Wanted to go below 4. Yeah, I did too. I wanted to sweep the overnight lows. You know, that's what all the traders always say, right? Sweep the overnight lows, like all the ICT traders that do the recaps. Look at this selling here. We swept the Asia low. If you didn't take this long, nah. But for real, I did want to, yeah, out of the open, just take that low. But more than anything, we're just chopping the hell out of people. People are getting destroyed right now. Not me, though. People are getting destroyed right now. It's amazing how much of the BS you can avoid just being patient. Dude, can we not right now? I'm going to uninstall Norton. Pulling back down into these into this group of low wicks there in the 70s. We had a lot. This is the 5 minute. So what was this? The open? Where was the open? No, we just had, yeah, we have a lot of wicks here, even on the hourly. It's like 3 hourly candles with wicks down in the 70s. So a lot of orders to be taken there under 70s, I would imagine there. Now we're getting a retest. Yeah, this market's gonna flush 70s here. We might see intraday lows. Like, look how many sell orders you have to have under these wicks, though. Like, this is the hourly charge. You've got 3.5 hours, make it 4 with this candle testing, of just built up sell orders under these lows. Got to think about time variables and stuff like that in situations. Now you have a failed breakout, above 500. Sellers have total control of it. We have nice volume here. So yeah, I'm looking for this to sell through 470s, and then let's see 460s, 450s low a day. Does that mean I'm going to sell it? No. No. Selling this market sketch. I'd rather wait for the long, baby. They're killing people, though. They really are killing people. Short whole day since 526. Okay, nice. I guess the question would be how much follow through are you actually looking for here, I don't know if it'll give you too much follow through. I mean, this is nice though. Sellers have, complete a lot of momentum here. I was trying to catch it with a small bid within these wicks on the hourly. Still looking for it lower. I don't really want to sell it. It's just too sketchy to sell this market, so I'm not going to sell it. But I am expecting it under 70s here in a second. Be very surprised if it doesn't break 70s. Testing VWAP to the upside now. I mean, let's hope, right? This market shows potential to run through 470s, but if it continues to just chop, it maybe won't. And if it continues to just chop, there's maybe no setup until later. But most importantly, guys, just being patient. Just being patient. I know it's not the most exciting thing, man. But if you want to make money and you want to actually do this, you know what I mean? It really is about patience, man. It really is about patience. I suppose a scalper could be doing well here. Just don't expect much follow through in this market. But into the lows, out of the highs, into the highs, out of the lows. Could be doing okay, but we've been in this range for, I would say, an extended period of time. From Mondays, what was yesterday? Monday, Tuesday? Yeah, from to Tuesdays. Tuesday formed this range. We held it the entire night. And we're halfway through the session now on Wednesday, and we're still in this range. It's too extended for me to even start considering a range trade because the more extended a range is, the more likely we are to break out of it. Plus, I still am kind of looking for this to eventually break 470s now that we have kind of peaked above the highs and rejected. 540s rejected, right? Turn up your mic. Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing. I don't know why it's so quiet. Testing. Okay, we're fine. Just talk louder. This week hasn't been great. Yeah, it's not been great. I'm doing better than I was last week, that's for sure. We're halfway through the week. Yo, what's good, knee? See if sellers can hold on the test of VWAP. If they can, yeah, this market's probably going to start to sell through 70s, 60s. All about follow through, though.
I was just checking.
Checking what?
To see if you picked it up.
Yeah.
Hey, quit.
Code said, hello, watching from Canada. Welcome in, bro. Thank you. What's the difference between a bearish consolidation and an absorption before reversal? A bearish consolidation, I think a bearish consolidation, you'd have to have a market that is in a higher time frame downtrend. I wouldn't necessarily call this a bearish consolidation just because, yes, it came at this consolidation came after a move lower, but it's hard to just call this a bearish consolidation when this market ultimately just continues to retrace, find support, and move higher. So, and absorption kind of starts to look like this, where you see these wicks get put into the downside. The only difference is there's equal wicks to the upside, equal wicks to the downside, equal wicks to the upside. So these are starting to look like absorption candles, but if there wasn't so much exhaustion on the highs, and it wasn't so choppy, it would be a little bit cleaner, but right now it's not. Like, I would say this is more of an absorption candle. When you start to see a series of candles like this, well, that wouldn't make sense. Like when you start to see a series of candles like this, and then say we have, what would a red candle look like here? Yeah, just like a series of candles like this with stacked wicks to the downside, with a lot of exhaustion to the downside, and you can have maybe a couple, some wicks on the upside, but they need to be small. It can't show a ton of exhaustion. Current issue with NQ is that it's showing a ton of exhaustion on the high wicks also, which is the difference. Like, both sides are exhausted, so it's not so much absorption in my opinion. If these candles close strong with not a ton of rejection at the highs, with massive wicks up here, then it would look more like absorption. But once again, this market's just really strong. So, I mean, Even the most bearish looking things can turn and go up. So I'm not interested. It's just too choppy right now, guys. It's just genuinely too choppy. It's not worth risking money. You know what I mean? It's just not worth risking money. There will be another setup. The market will be open tomorrow and the day after and the day after. The choppiest market. I think I kind of expected it to be choppy, but guys, this is very choppy. The only market moving clean is gold, but it's kind of hard to chase this short now unless you got in overnight while it was in the 80s. I mean, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful move. I hate trading gold. Yeah, I liked it better, a while ago, but it's definitely an adjustment from trading in Q. Tell you that much. Like the cleaner setup for me, and gold it's been looking great for a short, but maybe I'm too spoiled trying to get something like this. Like maybe I'm too spoiled trying to get something like this. Maybe we come up, test this equal high, take out the buy orders, show some exhaustion into the 400s, and then we can get this move lower. Maybe we can. I mean, on the hourly, that doesn't seem like a huge ask. This market really hasn't given us. I mean, it's not really giving us a ton of pullbacks. That's kind of though. Yeah, that's a little tricky. It's a little tricky. I wanted to see maybe some sort of manipulation above 400s and then see sellers step back into it and give you just a little more range to trade into, really. But that, yeah, it's just a little tricky. I was looking at it. I was really looking at it. I was like, wow, okay, so yeah, can we pop 20 points? I guess 20 points is a big pop. Maybe take out the buyers and then rotate back lower. I was looking for something like that. Like if we started to get into the low 400s, I was going to start building a short position. But they didn't really give you much. I mean, you kind of got to sack up right there and just take the sell and stop it out above a higher high, I suppose. And that would have worked out. But yeah, gold's just tricky market. Just try to be very, very picky with all your trades. Be so picky. You'd be surprised how much better you'll trade when you're just so picky about your trades. And if you miss it, you miss it. No big deal. Picky as heck. I'm gonna be picky. I'm gonna pick and choose. Yo, what's good, Johnson? All right, we're getting the retest to 80-70s. Let's see if it breaks. What do you typically look for before taking the trade? See, I don't know. That's a hard question for me to answer, man, because I guess generally I could answer that question, but I mean every trade is different, so I trade every single setup that I see, and no setup's ever the same. So it is hard to answer that question. I could give you a general answer, but it wouldn't help you that much. Short on NQ targeting yesterday's lows. Okay. I don't hate it. That's kind of where I'm expecting price to move, but I don't feel comfortable enough putting my money on the line for it. Not with how explosive NQ can be. But yeah, I'm looking for that too, but I'm just not in a trade for it. I don't think it's a bad trade at all, though. I'm just not going to put my money on the line for it. I wish you could disable your sell buttons and buy buttons on some markets. Like, should be a risk setting. Like, disable the sell button. Or disable... Well, you need the sell button to get out of a long, but disable the sell button on entry, you know? Like, don't let me enter a sell in NQ. That would be a nice feature. That would be a nice feature. I mean, I'm serious. I know it sounds funny, but I'm serious. Seems like a bit of a stretch, huh? But I mean, whenever you lock in on a mindset, like if you locked in on this mindset of, and this is just the sad reality, man. If you locked in on the mindset, and this is what trading is all of trading psychology in a nutshell. Week by week, day to day, you're in a mindset of a bias that you have about the market and a feeling that you have about the market and where it should be moving based on whatever technical analysis you see or whatever it is, right? If you get locked in a mindset where it's like, okay, I'm short, I'm shorting this market this week. Oh, okay, I took some bad losses. All right, well, this market's even higher. I still haven't shifted that mindset that I'm not accepting the fact that this market's continuing to move higher. I'm just gonna continue shorting it. And then, okay, that was a fucking horrible week as well. Next week, okay, I still haven't shifted that. Like, if you get in the mindset loop where you don't fix your thinking about a market, then you can deteriorate pretty quick. You can deteriorate pretty quick. And people think like that. I know it probably sounds difficult, but people do think like that. I promise you, people think about it like that. Swing traders been eating, yeah. Swing traders ultimately do better than day trading. I would say, like, if you can be a very precise, accurate swing trader with your entries, oh my goodness. And your timing, you get a little bit lucky on your timing sometimes. Like, a market plays out within your time frame and it moves big within that time frame. Heck yeah. Market can move a fucking ton. Market can move a ton in a week. I always fantasize about, like, what if I had enough drawdown and margin to, like, then I had the ability to hold trades overnight or whatever it is. Like, what if can you imagine 20 minis right here? Or, like, let's just say 5 minis. That's more realistic. And then you can hold it every session and, like, never close it. But you'd have to have a broker. And then just never close it. And then, I mean, you're up. You know what like actually investing, but in trading, and then you're holding 5 minis. Wouldn't that be insane? Just a massive swing trade. Look at this. We're testing 70s again. I'm just being patient right now. This daily candle has no lower wick on it. 450s low a day. All we're seeing so far is exhaustion above 400, so I'm just waiting. Need to know if I win or lose. Oh, I would like that too. I would like to be a. I would like to. Yeah, if I was a swing trade, I would like to have the trade and then have it play out partially the day that I take the trade, and then if I feel comfortable, okay, now I won't look. I don't think I could let a trade go for a week and not look at it or not try to micromanage it. I don't think I could do that. I don't trust the markets enough to give me huge moves like that because it just never happens. You see the market gives you a huge move and you're like, man, I was in this move before it moved that well, and I took a decent trade. It was a took it partially, what the move gave you over the course of the rest of the session or a couple days. But those never. It's hard to actually capture those. It really is genuinely hard to capture those. Yeah, PA's horrible right now. I'm just kind of waiting to see if we get a flush out through low day and try to find some recovery off the back end. Um, just being patient. I want to make money today, not lose money, so I'm going to be patient. I'm not just going to hit the button because I want to. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's what it's all about. Meaning from 2 to 4, yeah. End of market, yeah. We'll get the decision, and then we'll have a press conference, I guess, 30 minutes after. I guess that's 2 p.m. What is that, Eastern or Central? I think it's 1 p.m. Central, so two and a half hours. Choppy, choppy. What other markets can we look at while we wait for this? Copper. The metals are so tricky. I don't know. Metals are so tricky. They're all pulling back. It's up 800K on a huge NQ dip buy. That's crazy. You trade anything? No, I really trade NQ and gold. But I'll trade something else if it's got a decent setup. What are we doing? I mean, what the hell are we doing? We're not, I mean, trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Can't trade this. So what are you waiting for? I'm just waiting for hopefully sooner or later a move out of this range. Right in the middle of it. There's no trade. Trading right in the middle of this range is a good way to get sliced up. It's a good way to get sliced up. It's the best way, actually. Said 420 for longs. No, I want to see. No, I mean, no. I want to see it under 420. I want to see it under 400. I don't think we'll get that, but I don't know. I mean, something other than this choppy range, and we'll start to look for a trade, but no. What's going on with this market today? I guess it's just the FOMC. FOMC. Just waiting. Realistically, what's happening is this market is just chopping sideways and just generating a ton of orders above and below this range to spark a bigger move probably when FOMC pulls up. So I guess the wise thing would be expect that nothing's going to change until FOMC, until that rate decision comes through. Yeah, man, I've taken like 1 or 2 trades all week. 1 or 2 trades all week. Wait, is this? This guy's a legend. What the fuck? That's insane. I can't pull it up because it'll go full screen. That's insane, though. Oh, yeah, I can. Look at that. This guy's a fucking sniper. 70 Bitcoin at 75, NQ at 19,000. Only $3,000 of margin. I mean, this guy's... That's insane. That's actually insane, brother. Good for you. That's patience. I can't even preach about patience. One to two trades per week? No, I've taken 1 to 2 trades so far this week. I really haven't taken much. There hasn't been much. Just being so patient. I mean, last week, I was not being patient, and I hit my loss limit damn near every single day. And so this week, it's like, dude, I know I'm such a great trader. If I could just exercise a little bit of patience, I'm going to excel to another dimension. You know what I mean? Like, I know if I can just size appropriately and show a sliver of patience, I'm going to be hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of levels above where I'm at. And I'm on a very high level. And you know what I mean? And if I can just improve on those things, I know it's going to be, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's good. It's good. Just being ever so patient. You always feel comfortable in a trade? Nah. No. No. Look at gold. Yeah. Even if gold looks really good, I don't think I can trade it. Wow, yeah, big flush. 33.42, 33.47. It's very sellish. I'm afraid these lows might get taken here in the coming days, guys, on gold. I don't think there's a trade there for me. I'm not bullish on it, and it's very extended to the downside. Not only intraday, but day over day, it's very extended to the downside. So I don't think there's a trade there. Not a trade worth throwing money at. 30 points off that low. We're in a pretty wide range. We're at over 100 points. That's what most of us lack. Hey, I'm no I lack patience too. I've just only recently been trying to really hone it in. And so far I've been very patient this week and I'm doing pretty well. Longest losing streak? It's a good question. I don't think it's been too long. Probably no longer than like a week. What are you using to trade? I'm using Project X with a prop firm, a futures prop firm called Top Step. Do you have any advice how to handle being not comfortable in a trade? You can help the situation by probably using less size, but I don't think it's. I mean, I could throw one micro and really not care what this trade does, but I mean, if you're trying to use any amount of size that you're risking a couple $100, there's always going to be a little bit of emotion. You can bring those emotions down by using less size. But that's part of the game. Part of the game. What a piece of junk INQ's being right now, huh? Piece of junk. Wish every prop used Project X, yeah. Hopefully one day. How much size should I start with on a 150K funded account that I just passed? What would you use and recommend? I don't know, man. That's your own journey. I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, you could go aggressive with it and use a mini or two, or you could aim for longevity and keeping the account alive and slowly working towards getting payouts, but you have to have an extreme level of patience. I don't know your patience level. Most people will trade it very aggressively and usually blow them up. The right answer is probably 5 to 10 micros, but once again, I mean, this is a sim funded account. Like, these are sim funded accounts after all. You want to try to be aggressive and take payouts. I don't know anything about that token. I don't even really trade crypto too much, to be honest, man. We might walk away from today with no trades. Is Project X better than TradingView? I mean, it's got TradingView baked into it. So, yeah, I mean, the charting is all TradingView. So, I mean, technically, yes, it's better. Then you get some other stuff like you'll have a stats tab that shows all of your trading statistics. So it's got a built-in trade journal and stats tab, which is pretty good. Also has risk settings. So yeah, those are good as well. It's the final countdown. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Da-da-dum-dum-dum. Da-da-dum-dum. Chart trading view, more indicators. Yeah, that is true. They do have more indicators. Gold kind of feels like catching a falling knife a little bit. A little sketchy. They're killing us, chat. I mean, we are getting killed here if we're taking a trade. Might have to call it. What do you need in order to get promo codes for Apex and other firms? I think you can just sign up for Apex and get you your code. Some of the other firms, yeah, they want you to have a little bit of an ability to affiliate market, efficiently. So Apex is pretty straightforward, though. I think about anybody can become an Apex affiliate. My funded futures, bit of a process. They do it the right way, though. But yeah, I have like an affiliate manager and all that good stuff. I really do like my funded futures. Not a trade to be taken, baby. Yeah, my funded future is solid. I mean, they're a solid prop firm overall, but they do take care of their affiliates as well. Yeah, Top Step's good. Yeah, they're both good. They're both great. Yeah, markets are going to stay flat until FOMC. I mean, this market wants an excuse, yes, to move higher, but with news coming out in a little while, I don't think we're going to see much movement. Just consolidating, building up some orders, and we'll see We don't. No, nobody has control of the market right now. No sellers have control of the market. No buyers have control of the market. We're just bouncing around and taking stops every. Any trader that's looking for a follow through trade is getting their stops ran and ultimately just mentally drained at this point. So I'm gonna chill. Should we come back for a stream a little bit later? I don't know if I'll be able to. My cleaning lady's gonna come clean the house, and she'll be up here cleaning. I don't know, man, but we'll be off. I'm gonna do some work off stream, and yeah, no trades. Literally no trades. Just nothing to trade right now. So be patient. Wait for your setups and just lock in. Tokyo, you need to learn a lot. Yeah, just start looking up beginner basic trading videos, man. I'm gonna start working on some educational YouTube stuff, but I am off, y'all. I will see y'all maybe later. If not, I'll be hanging out in the